Hello everybody and welcome to a special edition of Micks. Are you ready?
Oh, hello. Why are you reading it? Today, this morning, you missed this one.
Fantastic.
Daddy.
What that pretty much meant was, hello everybody, welcome to Mowers to our YouTube channel, and there's a witch just behind us. So what we're going to be doing today is making a life-size coffin. We used to have a coffin which I made a long time ago, and it had a strobe light smoke machine and a 240 volt drill in it, which I pinned down and put an off-centered cam in it, and when I flicked the switch indoors, the door used to rattle. But over time it's broken down and bits and pieces become unreliable. So until I can I want to get a decent coffin, and I'll actually buy one and make it up again properly. We're just going to make a makeshift one, but it's going to be a life-size coffin. It's going to be 6 foot 3 inches tall and approximately the same width as my shoulders, because I'm actually going to be inside it when the trick-or-treaters come, and when they knock on my door I shall burst out a coffin and chase them up the driveway. That'd be brilliant. Yeah. I know, I can see you're super excited. Come and sit next to Daddy.
Daddy.
There's a cobweb. That's fine. Come sit down. Good boy.
I
know you're excited. I can feel the ground shaking. You're so excited. Riley is big on Christmas, big on Halloween, big on Easter, and he loves to get involved. So Riley will be all dressed up as well, and he'll be handing out sweets and
stuff.
So what I'll actually do... What?
I will be...
Where are you going to be?
George or Sewell.
You can't be. We'll be something scary. We're going to do something scary. Spider, skeleton, witch.
I'll be... It will be dinosaur.
A dinosaur, a scary dinosaur. That could be quite good.
Yeah, a big one.
A big one. Right. So, so we're going to be doing that. What we also have, we have all the pumpkins and skeletons up and all that sort of stuff, and we also have a
witch.
And a witch, yeah, and also have an HD projector, which projects ghostly images through the window, and it's really lifelike. It's good. Lifelike ghost. It doesn't quite add up. Anyway, there you go. And we've also got another projector which goes outside and it puts ghosts up against a wall. So we're quite big on Halloween, which is cool. So we're going to be doing that today. Now I have no plans, I have no sketches drawn up, I have nothing at all. So this is going to be completely off the hip, and I like to admit now I'm no carpenter. So this is going to be a really rough and ready coffin. Hopefully it'll be strong enough to hold me inside it, and it'll have a few chains tied to it, bits and pieces and all that sort of good stuff. So without further ado, let's get down and dirty and let's build this Halloween coffin.
Yeah, let's do it, guys.
Right, so I bought the big trestle table in because I managed to pick up these 2 sheets of board, and that's going to be roughly about 8 foot long, so it's going to want cutting anyway. And these are about 31.5, give or take by odd mils. What's that? That's going to be 15.75 centres. So 15.75 centre. I'm going to mark it all the way down the centre, draw a line, then I'm going to measure 6 foot 3. Cut the excess off, and then I'm just going to put a bit of support through the centre here just to hold it all together, and then we can start to draw out our shape. So then we just put a line down the centre, as I just said, measure 6 foot 3 inches, and then we'll start to have a reasonable size of what we're going to do. Right, so now we have a selection of tools out, bits and pieces. I've gone a line right down the centre, and I've also just braced this up very lightly. It's not a tool where it needs to be yet, but by the time it's got the sides on it, it'll be strengthened, and also strengthened on the back as well. So that'll be good. Next thing is to measure just a few criticals, and that is literally the width of my shoulders. I think they're about 24 across, give or take. Might be about 25 inches across. So that needs to be written down. So at least I can fit my shoulders in. So that's 25 inches there, and roughly I want to go about a foot, which is about 12 inches, which is wide enough for my head and also wide enough for both my feet to go in. So I'm going to go 12 inches, so that would be 6 inches either side of the line at the top and at the bottom. So I'll just get that marked up now. So 6 is right in the centre. Draw a line there and draw a line there. And then up the top as well, we have the same. 6 inches is going to be about there to there. So that's going to be the top and the bottom the other side. And now I just need a measurement between my head and to where the base of my shoulders are to give me my 24 inches across. Okay, and it's going to be roughly 15. So I'm going to go 15 and a half just for any errors. As I say, this is rough. This is a Halloween prop. This is not something I'm going to be selling on. So I'm going to go for about 15 and a half, somewhere in there. That's cool. And then I want to go 24 across here. Just divide that into 2, which is going to be 12. So let's go 12 inches, which is going to be about there, to 24, which is going to be about there, all the way down to 0, which is going to be about there. Okay, so with that marking done, I can now bring these 2 points together. As I say, this is rough, this is not going to be an exact science. Riley boy's gone indoors for a bit. I think he's just far too excited. And now what I want to do is, with a longer piece of timber, I want to come down to the bottom side and bring this line here all the way down to this mark just here. I'm going to get a bit of wood in. That will be taken off of a pallet, which will do the job just fine. And again, this is all reclaimed timber. Didn't pay a penny for it. So that's good. Get that out of the way. I don't want no one stepping on that, there's still a few nails in there. And there is our coffin template, as you can see, which is quite cool. Let me just show you. Get a better view maybe. I don't know if you can see that. Going all the way up to there, so that's pretty cool. So let me just get the old saw out. Would have been easier with a chainsaw, I suppose, would be just as quick. But I might have a broken one, but it won't take long to just cut this off quickly. And then I'll just wind some more screws in here just to hold it in place. And then we'll have our template ready to go. Right, and there is our template. So what I'll do is I'll turn this over now, because I want to support this back piece as well. I've got a couple of bits of timber here which I can probably use just to support it. As I say, it hasn't got to be perfect. I'll just rash that off in line with that, just to support the back. I could even probably go that way, actually might be better. Or I've got a much wider piece here. Which is a bit, yeah, it's too wide. I might be able to cut that down. That might give it a bit more support. So just want to screw that down now and support it all up, and I'll come back to you. So it's a good little project. Something I like to do with my kids when they were all little. They're all out here. But time to change, eh? I'd rather be indoors chasing zombies on a computer. So that's what happens. So treasure them whilst you can. I'm just winding some in there, just just randomly, just to hold it. But it is quite a soft timber, that, so not a lot you can do with it. Right, happy with that. Yeah, I ain't going nowhere. Happy. Right, next thing I want to do is, because I was fortunate enough to get these long lengths in, it's going to save so much joining. Most pallets are only about 4 foot square, so what I'm now going to do, I'm now going to run this one up the edge, like so. I'll put an edge all the way around it, drill it in that way through the timber. That gives me a frame, and then I can start to put supports in to hold it up and to brace it. So let me just cut them to size. I'll measure that up. I've forgotten what it was up there now. Let's have a little look. It's going to be roughly 60 and 3/4. I'm not worried about getting angles right or cutting angles or that sort of stuff. This is just a rough Halloween coffin. So let me get the border built all the way around. As I just say, literally going to cut the boards to suit all the way around, drill them through. I've got a bit more there to drill on. If need be, I can put some more supports in the back to help support it before I put the uprights on. So give us 2 ticks and I'll come back. Right, so that's the bulk of the frame done. It's not fully supported yet, but what I'm going to do is I'll probably run some more bits of wood along the sides in here, and then I can then put some more screws through. All right, boy, you okay? You got a letter for me? Yeah. Show me. Have a look. Oh, it's only a timesheet from work. Nothing that important. Right. So that's the bulk of the size of a coffin. 6'4", 6'3", somewhere in there. It'll come out about 6'5.5" because we're boarding. But as I say, I'm going to put some more stuff in here to support it. The next thing I want to do is I want to start to run some boards coming up, so I can start to layer these boards on. So with my tape measure, it's in my pocket.
Daddy?
Yes, buddy?
I hold it?
You can hold it in a minute, mate. I want to go probably, I'll say about 13 inches should be adequate, because it's got to be the size of me. Yeah? What are you laughing at? Yeah, I've cut myself just a little bit, that's what I meant. It's a bit of blood. Yeah, it's only a bit of blood, mate. It is Halloween after all. So we'll go about 13 to 14 inches, somewhere in there. Because I've got to be able to get in it and shut the door. And then, what I could do, probably the widest part is even my tummy or my feet, actually. So yeah, it's gonna be about 13 or 14. So if I go 15, that should give me an all round good size. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna cut a load of studs off now at 15 inches, all the way around. One here, one here, one here, all the way around. Maybe 2 in here actually, 1 in there and 1 in there. And then every sort of foot down, 2 down the bottom. Once they're all in place, then I can then start to layer this one up. Now I want to have gaps in it as well, because I'm going to put a strobe light either down the bottom or up the top, so you can see flashing lights inside it as well. So let me get these 15 inch boards cut, and then that will then give me enough to layer it up in, and we can go from there. Right, so there you go. That's the frame now fully built, and now I can just run some boards up. I'll cut them to size, same as all the others. So I want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, about 18 boards, give or take, 18, 19 boards. I'll start with the longer sections, and then I'll start the box in the bottom, and then I'll do the top sides. But when it comes to the bottom, I might use a solid piece of timber as well, I've got a stand on that as well. So I'm even considering putting a little tiny ledge in here, so I can just sort of sit back on it a bit as well. So we'll see how we get on. So let me now just try and start to cut the bigger boards in. So they came in at roughly, and don't forget this is all roughly, this is all going to be roughly, what do we say, 61 inches. Should be bang on. So I'm going to cut 6 boards at 61 inches, screw them in, and I'll come back.
Yeah.
What song do you like playing at Halloween?
Do I watch it?
No, what song do you choose normally?
Nobody.
Ghostbusters.
Yes. Hey guys. Oh, hey guys, happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween, guys. You saying Happy Halloween?
Hello? When did I talk?
This one's got a bit of a split in it, as I say, so I'm going to put 2 in there straight away.
Daddy? Daddy? Oh, help? Daddy? Daddy?
Yes, buddy.
Help?
You can help in a minute, mate. We're nearly there. We're starting to take shape now, righty?
Oh, help? Help?
Right.
Why?
So, with them boards, I've got a load of offcuts left. So let me go and get the offcuts that come off of this board,
Daddy?
and we should be able to, yeah,
Daddy?
we should better at least do the bottom of this to finish that bit off. Right, with the offcuts of these boards, I've got enough to do either the sides or the bottom. So as I say, I might do the bottom first. So I might be able to get 2 or 3 out of them, which would be good because they're quite narrow. So let me just price like that. Good thing is now all of this can now just tie in to where we want it. It's all rough, don't forget. So I'm going to get 2 boards. 2 boards. Over that one. All I'm doing is just marrying it up with the boards, you see. So that'd be another one there. So I've got 3 cuts to make there. Let me go and cut them up and I'll come back to you. And anywhere where it's sort of hanging over, you can always just run a saw down it, but as I say, this is rough. It's only got to last one night. To be fair, I don't know where I'm going to store it when I'm finished. That I haven't even thought about. Right, let's bring it down here a bit. That's it. Give me a bit more room. Let's put you guys over in a corner. About there. And so you get a much better view of it. So now I need to cut another 3 boards for the head part. Well, actually, I'm going to do the sides first because I can then just tie it into the head and finish it off. So, all I'm going to do is get my pen, and again, I'm just literally going to mark the back edges. Put that one about there, give or take. It's not going to be far off. So 2 cuts on that one. They're all going to be about the same, give or take. So I'm going to cut them ones. Let's see if they're about the same size for that side there. That's going to be fine. That's a bit short of that one. Yeah, it'll be fine. So I'll get these all cut up and I'll come back. So I'm going to put 6 in here, and all the other places. As you can see, that has strengthened that up no end, so that's now secured that. I'm going to do the same the other side, and then I'm just going to finish off this top end, and that would be the actual casket itself done apart from the top. So let me put another bit in there, then the top bit, and I'll come back to you. Okay, so that is the actual casket now done. Just got to do a lid, which is pretty much the same sort of stuff. You know, it's not, it isn't rocket science. Let me just bring it around a bit more so you can actually get a better view of the actual shape of it. There's a shape. That's pretty cool. Right, so next thing I want to do is I want to cut some more boards, and I'm just going to lay them up the top pin them in place and put some boards literally where the braces are going. That's where I'm going to put some more braces going that way across the boards this time. Right, good morning everybody. It's the next day.
Morning.
Riley boy's up before me. Clocks went back last night, but he didn't take any advantage of having any extra sleep. He's been awake since 1:30 original time, so that's what it is. So this is where we are at the moment. I've literally just got some boards out, and they're a bit rickety, but that's how I want it. So all I'm interested in doing at the moment, I'm going to get a piece of wood and just screw it across here, probably just in the middle somewhere, just so it'll hold it all down nice and level and flat how I want it. And then I'm going to draw around the extremities, and then with my jigsaw just cut roughly where they are, and that'll be then be my door panel. This one doesn't move, that's fine. So that's cool. Just want to draw around it. Once I've drawn around it, I can then cut all the bits out. That'll be my door, and then I'll lay it back on top and we'll screw it down properly so it's all together. And then I've just got to put some hinges on and all that sort of good stuff. So let me just find my marker, which is around about somewhere, and I'll come back. Right, so there is the main structure of a coffin now all built. I'll get a better shot of it. I'll bring it over here maybe. Might be able to see a bit better. There you go. So first what I want to do, I'm put some braces on. First brace is going to have to go over here because that's where the weakest part of the coffin is, I would say, because of the smaller bit. So I'll have one bit there, one definitely down the bottom, and then I'll probably go for one up the top here, but that'll be at a slight angle as well, just to give it a more sort of rustic sort of look. So I'll go there first, cut that one, screw that down, yep, and one there. I might try and pull it slightly off centered, and one down the bottom. So that's what we'll do first. This one will cover all of the ones at the top. So let me find my marker, and we'll just mark that one up.
Daddy?
Yeah?
Are you done?
Not done yet, mate. We're getting there. We're nearly there. I know you're a little bit impatient.
Daddy?
Yeah?
Yeah, creepy.
It is a bit creepy, isn't it? But it's supposed to be creepy. That's the whole idea of it.
You watching now?
Won't be long, mate. And what I do is, once I've got this all screwed down, I then turn it over and bring screws in the other side. Are you copying what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Daddy?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, alright. I'll help.
You can help in a minute, mate.
Daddy?
So this is going to take a little while to get this lot done. So let me wind them down. I'll come back to you once they're done. And we'll turn it over and we'll secure it from the other side. So give us 2 ticks.
Daddy.
Right, that's all been screwed down now. Now we can turn the lid over. Oh, as you can see, it's all nice and solid, but got some massive screws here. These have all got to be cut off. So I'll get my cutter out to snip them all off. I could possibly try and bend them over with a hammer. In fact, they bend and snap, so that's good. So let's do that instead. With them gone, that works just as well for me. Yeah, let's do that instead then. Right, that's that done. That door's actually quite solid. Just marry it up. Happy with that. A few bits here, I might just wind a screw into there just to hold that, stop that from flexing or what have you. A few little bits and pieces, and I've got to go around and have a general more screws where I can just to try and secure it all up. So next thing I do is find my hinges. I've got a plethora of hinges. I think I've got some nice T hinges, so maybe they do quite well. Let me try and find them. Right, so we don't want nothing too big, I don't think, because the lid isn't actually that heavy. It's only got to be tipped open, so it's not going to have to support any massive weight to hold the hinges up. So I'm not overly concerned with that. So I've got this big T hinge. So It's a bit of an all up, but I could put that on there, bend it. I would like to have it at an angle. I might have to bend it that way so it goes an angle, but it's gonna interfere with its how it actually runs. So I might just bend that in a vise. I might have it underneath actually. That might be better. Because there's not much integrity here, you see, just on the sides. So if I put that about there, and then bend that in a vise, have that over, I can then run a piece of wood on the inside to support it better. That'd be one. And then this one here is slightly smaller, but it's the same thing effectively. As long as I can get a couple of holes on it, it'll be fine. So let's do that. So, where's my marker? There it is. So that's going to go about there. That go about there. Put that in a vise, add that over with a club hammer, and that should be good. So let's do that one first, and I'll come back. Right, I've got one first hinge sort of sorted. Try and find some rather good screws to put in. Now I could drill a couple more holes if need be, just to make it a bit more supportive. I might be able to get one just in there. That'd be good if I could. That's it. That's that one. And next one I'll do this one here, which is going to go onto this singular piece. So that's got to be bent as well. With a marker. Bear with me. Yeah. Hang on, mate. Just marking this hinge. Say again, buddy. You can get down from there, mate. You're a big boy jump. Go on. You can do it. Right. Just got to bend this one over now on my line, and I'll come back. Right, I've got the second hinge now sorted. Go through slightly bigger screws again so I can cut them off on the inside. But next one there was cutting the grass on Bobby. Put one of us top end first. Just to pull it in. Kids are going to love this. Especially Riley boy and little Ellie, Bubs and Lily. They're well up on it. They want to get right involved. I suppose the big question is, where the heck am I going to store it? I could always store it in the mother-in-law's bedroom. She might appreciate that. Right. Let's have a quick trial on that, see what it runs like, see if it needs another hinge. But they were two odd ones I had, so hopefully using those would be quite a good thing.
Yeah.
Let me just run a little bit of WD-40 in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right, Rider boy.
Yeah.
Just to run them in. They're just going to sat in the old bench for a while. That's good. Quick swig of that. Right, let's see how that opens and closes. Yeah, it does. Could do with a screw being wound up in there just to hold that in there tight, maybe. It may split on me. I'll do with my screws. It opens the right way as well, which is how I want it. Because my door will be on that side. I don't know if it'll take a screw in there. Don't know, I can get up in there. I might be able to. Become slightly more off-centered. That there would be fantastic. I can get one in there. I might get one in there, just a smaller one in this end, just to hold it. That's pretty good. Right, let's try that now. And move you guys out of the way a bit. Bring over here. Yes, mate. Not yet, buddy. We won't be long, mate. We are getting there. I know you're a bit impatient. Right, make sure you're in shot. Which you are. There's a little rider boy, and there you go. You can now open the coffin right up, close it down. And the idea is I'm going to have a handle on the inside on this board. As I come to the door, I'll shake it. That'd be good. Shake it. That'd be good. Yeah. Yeah, I need to get some chains on it as well. I might have some old chains. I'm trying to find some chains. Right, I've also got some old chains here as well. These may have even come off the original coffin I did. But what I want to do is just to give it that sort of effect of it being chained down. Because most coffins for the nasty people, you know, they don't want them to get back out. And also the chains will give it that extra sense of scariness, isn't it? You know, whips and chains, like well, I quite like that sort of thing, but that's irrelevant. But nothing too big. I want something just to stop it from going through the main chain body. Literally just going to screw that in there. I'll spray that black as well so you won't be able to see it so much. That's got it. And I'll bring that over and we'll put a little tiny, you know, bit of slack into it. So as you wrap it, it'll make that sort of noise. Let me get that done and I'll come back to you. And there it is. So there's the Halloween coffin. Pretty much done. Got some other bits to it. The chain's all on now, so when I go to shake it, the chains will all be rattling and what have you. That'd be good. So I'm quite happy with that. Right, so what I decided to go for, just to dull it off a bit, because I don't think it's going to be dark. And this is like I just built it. I'm just going to put on some of the Micks Mowers secret ingredient wood preserver. And this is going to take about 3 or 4 days to go off, so that's about perfect. So I've got about a week, so that'll be good, and it will just give it that rustic, old wood sort of effect. So let me get it painted, and I'll come back to you in 2 ticks. Okay, and there it is, finished product. So I can't even speak now. Finished product of the old coffin. I think I agree, it looks pretty good. So I'm going to drag it outside in a minute, put some gloves on. It's had the old Micks Mowers treatment, but overall I'm quite impressed with it. So just want to put some more screws in here, there and everywhere, but I can do it at my leisure. Just literally just little tiny bits, just to make sure it's been held together. So that's cool. Need to put a handle on the inside, and I've also got a strobe light, which is a 240 volt strobe light, which will go inside, and I'll just have it on a switch. But I can just turn it on as I hear kids coming, and it'll be flashing. I've got music to play and all that sort of good stuff, so it'll be fantastic. That'll do, I think. I'm quite happy. Alright, Riley boy, do you want to come and try and get in the coffin with Daddy? Yeah. Oh, you get in first then. Come here then.
I'm sure.
That's right, just don't touch them, it'll be fine. Honestly, it's not scary. Daddy promise you. In you get. You're okay, get in there. Good boy, don't touch nothing. In you get. In. Turn around. Face the camera. That's it, well done. You shut the door gently. I'll come in here so you can see me. You've got to knock on the door in a minute. Knock on the door! And shake it. Can you shake it?
Yeah.
Good boy. Right, then Daddy try?
Yeah.
He's absolutely terrified. Right, don't touch it, because it's... Riley, come here, buddy. Come over here, because it's absolutely soaking wet. So no touching it.
Okay.
Okay, sit down then. Let Daddy get in there.
Daddy,
Yeah.
I want to camera.
Yeah, okay, I've got the camera in here. So I should be getting in it like this. I've got to bend some screws over.
Okay,
It's a bit of a snug fit, but it is. The reality is, this is what you're going to move into.
Are we ready, Daddy?
Hang on, yeah, no, right. I'm just going to shut the door, and I can see you, Riley. So, Riley, go back to the camera. Daddy's going to shake it. You ready?
Do it.
So when someone knocks on the door, I go like that and jump out on them. So that'd be cool. Is that good or what?
Yeah.
Okay, so there you have it. The old Micks Mowers coffin is back. Don't touch it, mate, because it's still wet. Dad's got to put it outside in the sun, and it'll dry up in no time at all. So that's cool. With the added advantage of it being dark and scary music, Ghostbusters and zombie stuff and all that sort of caper going on, and the kids in the right frame of mind, that should be fantastic. So I'm really chuffed with it. I really am pleased with the way it's come out. As I say, it was just rough. It wasn't any engineering behind it, just literally a dad in a shop doing what he can do. So that's cool, eh? Happy?
Yeah.
So I'm going to get my trolley wheels in because it is quite lumpy, despite the fact it's only made out of pallet timber, and take it outside so it can dry up in the sun. That'd be lovely. Okay, so thank you very much for watching this episode of Micks Mowers Halloween special. We've decided to make our own little coffin, which is great. So hope you enjoyed it. Hope you found it informative, all that sort of good sort of stuff. It is a bit of fun, especially for the kids and maybe for me. So any comments, positive, negative, you know where to stick them. Thumbs up, subscribe, and all that sort of good stuff. Hit the bell. Someone's full of beans again. So thank you very much, and we look forward to seeing it all again on the next episode. But until then, don't forget, take it easy.